Hey everyone, how's it going? What is up? It is yours truly, Twister Windstalker. And with me always is that ugly motherfucker over there known as Hot Wheels. What's going on, brother? Hot Wheels? Well, alright. I guess he locked up. Um, Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite bands, and that is Mushroom Head. And I hope you guys enjoy this because I I remember the first time I got into Mushroom Head. It was uh, it was when the first album came out, and it was still the uncut edition that I think they have re-released their album, and I think they cut off either a song or the hidden track or something on it. Um, But I got it. I listened to it because it was me and Spooky that went to I believe it was the Asheville Mall, and we were. I was looking for CDs because it was one of those times where I bought $100 worth of CDs for the day, which was basically five CDs, and of course I had an FYE card and everything because you know it was one of those need to have things back then. Not so much anymore. And I every once a month I'd go into the store, look for new bands, and find bands that was basically just bands that I'd never heard of or was told about and wanted to check out or whatever. And ICP, not many people knew about because I never heard anybody. Not ICP, but Mushroom Head was one of those bands that nobody talked about or anything. And I looked at the cover and I was like, "Hey, who are these? These guys look cool." And I picked it up. I don't remember what other bands I picked up that day because it was like, not really all that important. I guess it wasn't that important because I don't remember who they were. And Spooky and I got into the. I don't remember what I was driving. Uh, and put the CD in, started listening to it, and we're like, "Hey, this band ain't half bad." And we started listening to it, and
Hey, y'all.
hang on a second, take over for a second.
Take it off.
No,
Okay.
take over. I
I'll
got.
take over. Alright, hold on.
I'll be back.
Hey, what's up, people? Sorry about mixed up and everything. Hang out. We're going to talk about Mushroom Head. I don't know if you said it or not, but yeah, it, I like them. They pretty good. Like, like we talked about, like Slipknot and Mushroom Head. They, people was having like a feud about the mask and everything. And Slipknot had no problem with what Mushroom had, or Mushroom had no problem with them. They was fans, us, I guess. And I didn't have no problem with it. And we probably talked about that again. And uh, uh, Trish to get back on hand. But something always had to happen when we on going on this podcast. But it's all right. I can talk to you. Don't bother me none. It's Halloween month. really crazy. Talking about Slipknot, Square, now Mushroom Head. Next week it's gonna be ICP. Can't wait for next week though, but this week's not like we're talking about Mushroom Head. The facts are there's like just 2 people left in the band is only members, and it's Jeffrey Hendrix and Steve Furlong, and Jeffrey Hendrix is the drummer. I mean the singer, and Steve Furlong is the drummer. And boy, I felt like a dumbass right now. I was talking to you, and but it's alright. That guy over there, Kiwi, could be on here and talking with us. He's supposed to be on it with us anyway, but no. He don't want to be on it, so. And Chris is sitting there just talking, and we supposed to be talking about Mushroom Head, and I'm waiting. Here he comes. What the hell, man?
Did we freeze up again, or are you just holding your head
I
sideways?
was talking like a dumbass.
Well, you look like one.
Yeah. And what the hell Chewy's it there, and what the hell he gives us over here and talk with it.
I didn't know he was stopping by. He was asking about something. But yeah, like I was saying, Mushroom Head was one of those bands that I was at the mall, and I wanted to spend $100 on some music, and that was one of them that I picked up. And one of my favorite tracks on that first album, because I don't know if that album now has that hidden track on it or if that's the one they took off, because I think there's a re-release of the original album.
Yeah. They
But
released it with a different album. Label.
Well, on the original one that I have, you get at the end of the CD, there's a bonus track that's basically a prank call where this black guy calls one of the members of Mushroom Head asking about joining the band and telling him he can play. He basically has everything that they need. And it goes on for like, I don't know, it feels like 20 minutes, but it's probably more like 5-10 minutes, but it's pretty freaking hilarious.
Like ICP stuff. They making fun of stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. And one of my one of my favorite tracks on that CD is this one where you're listening to it and you're like, yeah, yeah. And then, it ends and you're like, oh, that song's over already. And then it kicks back on again with the same song. And you're like, what? and then it goes out and then it comes back on and then it goes out and it does this like 5-10 times. And then finally this little girl, I think, laughs and it's over with. And the first time Spooky and I listened to this, I looked over at Spooky and I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, I don't know, dude, but that was awesome.
What's the name of it? Do you remember?
No, I can't remember the name of that song.
Yeah, man. They got a favorite song by
them? I know it's off the original album, I believe, but I like Solitary Unrival, I think it's called. They have a video for it on YouTube.
That's a good song. I heard it. I heard a lot of stuff by him. I don't have an album by him yet. I want to. But I do got a favorite song. It's called Queering or something like that.
It's called what?
Curing. It starts with a Q.
Oh yeah,
Q.
yeah, 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 yeah. I like that song too.
And it's like that guy like kind of rapping and like and like the chorus is like something like "fuck you" all that shit. That's badass, dude. Badass song right there.
Yeah, that was Jeffrey Nothing that was rapping because he was part of the band, and then he left the band for family things, and they
Yeah.
brought in some other dude, and then he came back, and uh, he and so now they have three singers they alternate through.
Like I told Pete there, there's two people left in the band are been in the band since most of them has been together. There's Jeffrey Hendrix, he's one of the singers, and Steven Wingon as the drummer.
Yeah, Jeffrey went by his stage name was like Jeffrey Nothing when I first listened to it, and now
Yeah.
they released his last name, or maybe they released his last name, but um, the albums I have by them that I'm sure I have is Double X X, or I guess you could call it 2013 Savior and Sorrow and Beautiful Stories for Ugly Children. I don't have the Righteous and the Butterfly yet. And yeah, okay, that makes sense. I picked them up in about 2000 ish. So that was about the time that I got let go from Van Wingerden due to some bullshit. And I didn't know they had albums before that, so I got to figure out how to get a hold of these earlier albums.
Well, the first album they have is their own label. They had their own label at first. Then they started doing different labels. And I don't know why they. I kind of know why, but it'd be hard to find why they done it. Like they done like two albums on there on their own label. I thought it was kind of cool. It was called MR Records, like most of them had. It's MR MRH, but it's most of them had records.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I also like the song Wrist because uh uh damn it, Nothing does a pretty good that I don't know, that song Wrist just sticks with me too because it's like you know, I don't know, it's got that nice little dun 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 bang with the keyboards in the back. I mean, it doesn't actually go dun dun. Dun. If you hear it, you'd actually hear what I'm talking about. But yeah, I like Wrist.
yeah, like the band right here, like most of them had like, we were talking about how the mask with Slipknot and most of them had a feud.
Yeah,
They didn't really have a feud. It was the fans. Like when Slipknot comes to uh Cleveland, Ohio, they kind of boo and all because it's the fans that are having the feud. So like Slipknot, so they not have no problem with most of them had, and most of them had. So like we had no problem with them either.
yeah, yeah. I read that, and I've seen uh Taylor talk about that on one of his little stand up talk to the audience, answer questions, things that he does.
Yeah,
And then it was like after Paul died, it just like everybody became one big happy family because everybody hated the fact that they lost somebody, and it just became and everything was like fucking awesome afterwards.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I'm looking at the list of songs on the uh on that album to try to figure out which one it was. And I know it wasn't. I don't think it was Wrist. I wish I could. I wish I could play it and hear that song. I don't think it was Empty Spaces. It might be 43, but I can't remember how far along on the freaking album it was. But God, I love that first album over there. I mean, there are other albums. I like the what was it? What did I say? Ugly Music for Ugly Children or whatever it was.
yeah, a beautiful
Oh
thing.
yeah, yeah, beautiful. Whatever. I like that.
Uh,
Those are the two albums I like. Is the first one and the that last one that I have.
It's beautiful stories for ugly children. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful stories for ugly. Yeah. That's kind of like a play on White Zombies, ugly music for ugly people, or whatever that was. Yeah,
I gotta say about Mushroom Heads. Mushroom Heads like war here. They changed band members like it. Uh, they changed their fucking nowhere or something.
yeah. I never realized that. Um,
I didn't either until I looked them up. I mean, read about the story of the.
well, I'm actually quite impressed. I have one, two, three, four. One. I have like 4 out of 8 albums. I have half their stuff.
I had none. I wish I got some of the albums, but I don't.
Yeah.
You remember you record like put some music on my MP3 player?
Yeah.
Is there some Mushroom Head on there?
I don't think so.
Some.
Yeah, Tom Schmitz or whatever his name is. I remember being the keyboardist, and I think that's the dude that had like the little the antennas that went up and electricity went between them.
Yeah.
I think that was him.
About the guy with the look like a comb on his hat, and he had a light right in his eye. He done a piano, but
No.
it could be
Oh,
on.
I think it was J Man that actually left, kind of thing. I might be wrong. Hang on. I think J Man left briefly to take care of some family issues.
Like I said, they fucking they're like war. They're here, like you.
Yeah, okay. It was J Man that left temporarily to deal with some family. Now that I'm looking at the mask, yeah, it was J Man that left temporarily.
Yeah, he came back.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, he came back, but he left temporarily to take care of some family issues.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
You
because
know,
Jeffrey's
like,
the one with the hand mask.
oh, that is an awesome fucking mask, dude. I like that mask for some reason. It's like fucking two hands looking at you or something.
Yeah.
Like awesome, dude.
Yeah, Mushroom Head was one of the. Oh, there it is. It tells you right there the righteous and the butterfly return of J Man. Oh, okay. Duh. But yeah, I've liked Mushroom Head since the early 2000s when I found out about them. I'm glad I have the original CD that has everything on it and not the re-release that's missing some stuff.
Uh, they took off some shit.
Yeah.
They got like a hidden track song crazy by Seal. What the fuck? By Seal?
Yeah, I mean, for an introduction to Mushroom Head, getting XX or 20, whatever the fuck you want to call it, uh, that was one hell of an introduction to Mushroom Head.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah, they took off the hidden prank and the extended version of Beat Bawomp, how you pronounce that. So I'm glad I have the hidden prank track on my edition, which you can probably find that on iTunes or whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm glad I have it.
It's getting so close now, like CDs won't be a thing anymore because it's iTunes. You can get it on, put it on your phone or your iPod. No more CDs. That's gonna make me pissed off.
Better to be pissed off than pissed on.
True, true. But I like having the CD in my hand, not like if I had like I have a whole music, a lot of music on my MP3 player, right?
Right.
And my MP3 player can break any time. It's about getting there. What then? I mean, at least I got every song I got on there. I had it on CD, and I come to your house and get shit I got from you.
Yeah, I guess that's why you need to have an iTunes account or whatever, so you can have it for indefinite. But
Fuck that shit, man. I mean, I want it on fucking CD in my hand. Like, I know we're talking about Mushroom Head. I want to get the corn CD so bad. It's out now. I want it.
oh yeah, it is, ain't it?
Yeah, I got the money to get it, but we're kind of running low on it, money, bro. So I'm thinking about not getting it. But
And here I was excited about just having Battlefield 1, and then there's the new Corn CD that's out. Oh well.
what about Battlefield 1? That is the game, right?
Yes, it's the latest version of Battlefield video game series. It takes place during World War One.
Um, you've been playing that game a lot, ain't you?
Oh yeah.
That's why we ain't been talking that much lately, texting shit.
I mean, I never really got into the other Battlefields as much as I got into this one.
Are
This
you
was just.
watching something over there?
Oh, I was just looking at the TV. I haven't signed in yet because my ugly face hasn't been in front of the Connects yet. So it's sitting there going, okay, anytime you're ready to sit down and let us identify you by your face, get your ass over here so we can log you into Xbox. So your friends can know that you're on Xbox.
But anyway, like Mushroom Head, like they have 15 videos with all the 8 albums they have. They have 15 videos of everything. Like they have like single wise. They should have more than 15.
Hey, Mushroom Head is like um uh Five Finger Death Punch where they don't like making videos. I don't know.
Well, they should. I mean, they got masks on and everything. But I respect that though. They want to make videos. That's cool. I mean,
Oh, I know this one. I was watching this one video on YouTube where it shows them on stage. I guess they're. I don't know where they're at. According to this, they're at Mayhem. Oh, Mayhem MA, and they're wearing their mask and they're up there singing, and sweat is just dripping from underneath their mask. And I'm like, yeah, that is why I would never wear a fucking mask.
no shit. Mayhem Festival is fucking in the summer, one of the hottest fucking days. Like when I went in 2010, I was in Atlanta. It was like 105 degrees outside, and I was in that shit. It was hot as fuck. I can't wear a fucking mask and all that shit in that kind of degrees, you know. I fucking passed out the first song.
Yeah, they did a really good. I guess that's why it's good where they can alternate singers so that one of them can go behind stage and get cool while the other one is up on stage doing whatever it is he does.
Yeah, I know I'm dropping off of Mushroom Head. I realized Wine Joey from Slipknot wasn't there for a while. He was kind of paralyzed, like waist down, and couldn't move his legs anymore. Like the last tour he was with him, when he was coming home, he couldn't hardly walk, and everything went numb. And it took him like 6 months and longer to get his feelings, the feelings back in his leg and everything. Because how he done his drums.
I can actually see that because some of the shit they had that from I've never been to a Slipknot concert, but I have some of their DVDs. And from what I've seen, they do for the drummer on some of those things where the drum kit lifts up and then tilts forward like this and then rotates to become the Slipknot star. I'm thinking to myself, damn, that's got to be rough on the drummer.
Yeah. I mean, he loved doing it, but he was so embarrassed to tell people that's why nobody didn't hear it. Now I saw it on YouTube. I was looking up something, and like Joey Jordan, whatever his last name is, I forgot now.
Jordison.
Yeah, and he wants to tell you the real reason what happened. But it wasn't talking. It was like a fucking. He was talking to a magazine interview, and it was like words going up. You gotta read it. So I read it and everything. And like, that's why they kind of kicked him out. Like, they thought he was not being there because he don't want to be there. He didn't want to tell nobody what was going on.
Well, I mean, I know there's a trick to singing the way that Corey sings and the singers of Slipknot and other metal singers sing, that hard, that, all the time. There's a trick to actually doing it where it doesn't actually fuck up your voice. But it's going to take a toll on everybody's body during this entire tours and shit, so.
Yeah, like Mushroom Head, it's a good thing they have like 2-3 people singing, going back and forth,
Yeah, Jeffrey J Man. That was what kind of drove me into Mushroom Head was that you had one guy that would just sit, it was kind of like, and I know I compare a lot of bands to this, even though they're not the same, but
like them, yeah, Linkin Park, yeah.
Yeah, like like Linkin Park, they have two singers. One does the, and the other one does the hard shit, and that's how Mushroom Head. Even though I think Mushroom Head came out before Linkin Park, I haven't looked up when Linkin Park came out. I remember Hybrid 3 comes up, but I don't remember what year that was. I think it was
Uh,
2005.
Linkin Park came out 2001, I think, or 2000 or 1999. No, they came out like the year when I got with my wife.
Well, I can look him up real quick, but you have the one guy that's doing the rapping and the other guy that does basically the melody and, shit, and it's like awesome. Like, that's one of the things that drew me to Linkin Park.
And like Crazy Town was the same way. They had two singers,
Yeah, Crazy Town.
but I don't like them that much, so let's get that out of there.
Okay, Hybrid 3 came out in 2000.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And so Mushroom Head was active since. Well, it's even saying that fucking Linkin Park was active since 95.
Really?
Or 96. Yeah, it says that they formed in 96. So, I guess Linkin Park and Mushroom had two different bands. Basically started about a year apart from each other, so that's kind of impressive. And then they didn't get their first big album until 2000 with Hybrid 3.
Yeah, we get to Linkin Park sometime.
Yeah, when I first heard Linkin Park, I wasn't really. I don't know. I was kind of on the fence with him because Carla was listening to him, and it's like. And then after, I stopped, after that, I started listening to him on my own, and I'm like, they're not the greatest band in the world, but they're not bad either. Not like Mushroom Head that rules.
Yeah. I mean, they're good. Like, Mushroom Head is like heavy and shit. I like heavy shit. And Linkin Park is good, but I know we're going to talk about them sometime soon. Like you said, somebody asked us to talk about them. Who is it again?
And then we're also going to talk about Rammstein or Rammstein, however you want to pronounce them. Eventually too.
Yeah, only album I heard is the first album.
Shit, son, I have actually quite a few Rammstein albums because
they haven't been like that famous around here. When they are in where they live.
I mean, it's funny to me because Cradle of Filth is from I think Cradle of Filth is an England band, and Rammstein.
I think you said Bentley or something like that.
And Rammstein is a German band.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget my introduction to freaking Rammstein either, man. It was just like I was sitting here. See, I think it was 97 when I got into Rammstein. Let me see. Yeah. It was 97 when it was the late 90s when I got into it was the late 90s, early 2000s when I got into Rammstein. I don't have their first album, Herzeleid, but I do have Sehnssucht, and then I have Mutter, and then I think I have that one too. Hang on. No, I don't have that one. Was it this one? Yeah, I have Rosenart, how you pronounce that album. And they're coming out with one next year. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Yeah, Mushroom Head is coming out with a new one too.
Oh, and I also have Liebe ist für Elde, or however, because that's the song that has that. That's the album that has that song Pussy on it. and that song cracks me the fuck up. Even watching the live stuff of that cracks me up. How much do you know about Rumstein or Rumstein?
Rammstein, only thing I know about them, they act like Manson back in the day when I first saw them. Like they act like they're fucking, and they had this thing.
Oh, you see them on the Family Values tour with Korn then.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're.
I like them and all, but I like to understand what the hell they're saying.
Oh, I used to back in the day. I found I used the internet and I translated their albums and I started memorizing some of their shit. And damn, I was like, and I was about the only one of my friends that actually knew about what the fuck they were saying. So it was like, but yeah, they have this song called "Pussy" on their last album I have, and on stage the lead singer rides this ginormous dick from left to right on the in front of the stage, and it like shoots off into the crowd. And I was like, of course you guys would. I mean, first you have the lead singer up there with a water hose coming out his pants, spraying the audience, and then he's smacking it like it's his dick or something. It's like,
yeah,
of course you guys would. But yeah, I got into Rammstein about the time I guess Daniel and Spooky and Anna got together, and yeah, it was definitely interesting.
yeah. I mean, they're pretty good, but I ain't heard anything else since the first album.
I remember that night too because I don't know if I had just got no Spooky had just gotten Big Dumb Face, and I had Rammstein for a little while, and I have this 25 disc changer. Yes, I had a disc changer, and it was 25, and I'm sure I can.
Yeah, 25. I had one and just done 6.
How much?
6.
6. My
Yeah.
parents bought it for me since I got my diploma and was like, officially out of high school. That was my thing they got me, and it's like, and that night we was listening to. Me and Spooky made a video of us hanging out, and we started off with some White Zombie, and then it got into some Rammstein, and then my Rammstein CD started skipping. So I said something about, yeah, we're gonna put in something that the shit now, and I'll hold up big dumb face for the camera, and and then the rest of the video is us fucking around to Big Dumb Face, and it's like, and I remember thinking, yeah, I could see, my brain went blank. What is his name from
What band?
West
Oh,
Borland. I
yeah,
I could see
yeah,
West
okay.
Borland just letting the creative juices flow with his brother here and make this really fucked up album, Big Dumb Face. And I forgot the full title of it. It was something the lion takes on redhead something. And I was like, yeah. But yeah, we're getting away from Mushroom Head, which is fine. But
Yeah, we're just talking about music here, but
God Almighty, man, Mushroom. Listen to that album. The first time I think I was driving a truck back then. Maybe I still had my Nova. I can't quite remember. But damn, listening to that album, driving around, because Spooky and I used to drive around in the middle of the night doing absolutely nothing, just driving around. And
yeah, I do too.
listening to fucking Mushroom Head and listening to the album, and then that fucking song that never seemed to end comes on, and it's like it ends and it kicks back on and it ends and it kicks back on and it ends, and I was like, and in each little fragment was at least 2 to 5 minutes long, and you're like, holy shit. and then all of a sudden like, you hear the little girl laugh because there's like little breaker uppers. Like when it ends, you hear like something, and then it kicks back on, and you hear something, and then finally you hear the little girl laugh, and then you know the song's over, and you're like, "Holy shit!"
So they play the whole song over again, or
No, it's just like it's like it's like the same song, and it doesn't start over. It's just like you know how it's like they're like, and then it stops, and then you hear like somebody talking, and then it like picks right back up where it left off, and you're like, "Damn!"
okay, I got you.
I'll have to play it for you the next time you're over here because that is definitely an interest. Of course, my wife won't like it, but whatever. But yeah, that's definitely that's a good album.
My wife don't like our kind of music.
Nah, the wife more or less likes the '80s shit, which I like the '80s too. The '80s was a good decade.
I like 80s too. My wife likes her music, kind of music, 80s, 90s, whatever. Make what's speaking to me though. See, listen to it.
The bad part is I actually have vinyl that's or records, like White Snake, and then I have the Nirvana Bleach album. Then I have a
You got no vinyl.
yeah.
And go, you go get it. You sing.
You scared the hell out of me, Xbox. Right here it is.
I'll be damned, dude.
It isn't really my favorite album, but
Oh, it's a good album. I mean, I got it on CD and shit. I'm like, I'm a big LeBron fan.
yeah, this one, as you can see, if you look at the back of it, somebody had hanging on their wall, and my friend found it for me because they knew I liked Nirvana, and they're like, "Hey, I got this for you," and they also got me this one, which also was hanging on somebody's wall.
Who is that?
Led Zeppelin,
Oh, what Snake?
and then this one is White Snake.
What is that? What's the other band name? What is it again?
Led Zeppelin.
Oh, Led Zeppelin. Okay.
Those are the 3 albums I have on vinyl.
I got 9 on vinyl.
And then my parents have a stack like this on vinyl. It's probably more like that, but my parents have vinyl. Of course, they don't listen to all of it. Mom has her favorites band she listened to. Because I bought a record player off of a coworker from where I work, and he had one of the Cosley or whatever it is record players that have like the AM FM radio on it and CD player and all that unnecessary shit.
Yeah, I had one there.
And you know, it looks like an old record player.
Yeah.
I bought it for Mom because I forget what it was I bought it for her for, but I bought it for her, and she pretty much plays the hell out of the thing. I mean, she'll get into the music because they usually listen to their music on DirecTV because they'll be like flip over to this channel that does a little bit of everything, plays 80s, 90s, country. It's like whatever the fuck it was out there. This channel plays it. And then even then, Mom will put on her little record player and start listening to bands, and it's like wow.
I like going on YouTube or something to listen to music like that, or listen to my CDs or my MP3 player.
I like YouTube. I like Pandora.
I listen to Pandora all the time.
And iHeartRadio is pretty good. The songs that I have actually on my phone, I have it where I have it hooked up to my Xbox. So any of the songs I have on my phone, I can just play it through the Xbox. So it's like, yeah. So I'll be playing in a game and flip over to that little, I forget, I think it's called Groove, is the Xbox's thing. And I can be
Yeah,
like in game and I can activate that on the Xbox, start playing the music through from my phone to my Xbox and play some Battlefield or something like fucking Slayer or something.
Slayer. We gotta get to them one day.
Oh my god, dude! Today at work, I forgot how we got on the subject, but I was talking. Oh, I guess it was one of those blah days at work, and I was like, "Yeah, what we need is some Slayer, some Slayer. God hates us all to pump everybody up so we can get this shit done." And we both basically laughed because I have that album, and it's basically got a fake cover to it because the real cover is like I think it's like a Bible with a cross burned into it or something. I forget what it is, but it's something done to a Bible, and it has a fake cover on it. And I didn't know that was a fake cover for a long time until I pulled out the booklet inside of it and realized, hey, that isn't the cover that's on the CD.
Mm.
And it's like, oh, cool. But yeah, that that Slayer album, God Hates Us All, man. It's like, holy shit, dude. But yeah, we do need to talk about some Slayer.
There's
I
a
think,
lot of band. I mean, this podcast gonna be going on like it for years now. Like there's a lot of bands to talk about.
yeah, I think I had a lot of Slayer on cassette, but I lost my cassettes. So I think the only album I actually own now is God Hates Us All.
My wife says something about tapes. You know, like these kids these days don't know what they are.
Oh, that's
Like
what it was. It was a Bible with Slayer burned into it. That's what it was. And
like these kids these days don't know about tapes and all, and it's all CDs or you buy it on internet and shit. And we were talking about how how like the music was DJ shit like that want bullshit.
yeah,
Most of the kids these days are liking that kind of shit, not music like we do.
yeah, that's what it was. The fake cover had like a bunch of crosses on it. Yeah, and then Slayer was carved into a Bible. Okay, but yeah, I understand what you're saying on that because I try to listen to some of the stuff that the younger people listen to that haven't discovered bands like Nirvana and Slayer and shit like that. I was talking about Nirvana at work today, and one of my coworkers, I was like, I don't really know how old you are, but I remember, and started talking about Nirvana, and he's like, yeah, Nirvana was popular when I was born, and I was like, that figures. But he likes Nirvana, so, and he's like, yeah, the reason we was talking about cover bands, and he's like, yeah, the reason probably nobody does a cover band of Nirvana is because every kid that starts out in a band probably starts out doing Nirvana covers, and I'm like, you're probably right.
Yeah, because like no one play like the chords are so easy to play. I heard like the
Yeah,
guitar.
I could see that. I mean, so's the music from the 50s and the 60s because they only did like, and maybe even the 70s and 80s, they probably only did like 3, 4 chords and have chord progressions that was easy. But I don't know, dude. I've never actually tried to play the guitar solo to, of course, it's a song of the generation, but the Teen Spirit. Guitar solo, I've never tried to play it. I don't really know what the chords is for it, but that sounds pretty badass. And I know that, and I watched this one video on YouTube where this guy shows you what metal sounds like without distortion and everything. And I gotta tell you, dude, if the dude is right, because he plays everything from like Slayer to Metallica and shit. And I gotta tell you, metal sucks without distortion. Like
Yeah,
holy shit, it sucks. You should look that video up about him doing it without distortion. I think it's a two-parter, but yeah, metal sucks without distortion, and I'm pretty sure Nirvana wouldn't sound the same without Cobain doing his little using his pedal or whatever it was that made the music sound a little dirtier than it actually is.
yeah.
So I'm sure it would sound way different.
Yeah, like listen to like Mushroom Head, like you said, like listen to metal without whatever it is, and it'll probably sound terrible. I don't know, but I like metal. I don't care. I mean, that ain't going to change it.
Oh yeah, you guys are going to have to let us know because I had this ideal the other day where we do. I don't know if we're going to do a bunch of them or if we're going to just do one podcast about it. I haven't quite figured out the details yet. But I would like. Hang on a second.
And there you go. There's some nurses there. What is what? Girlfriend, whatever. Yeah. Here I'm talking to you guys. Watching him walking back and forth. Anyway, yeah, like music is like different now. It is back then.
All right, I'll be back at 4.
Now, is it two nurses today?
No, one of them's from the office, and the other one's going to be actually her nurse.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that was all about. But what I was going to say is, I want to do some female bands.
Like cowgirls from hell.
Well, I was thinking Kitty, but yeah, Cowgirls from Hell.
Kitty, yeah.
Do some female cover bands. Do some actual female bands like Kitty, Drain. I think it was Drain STH, and then also do like, and of course we.
L7, Veruca Salt.
Is L7 the one with that somebody threw something on stage and she threw a bloody tampon out in the audience?
I think so.
I remember reading about that or seeing a video on that or something. I don't know. But yeah, and then maybe do, and of course we can't forget OTEP and Straight Line Stitch and, bands.
OTEP ain't a whole woman band.
Well, you didn't let me finish. I was gonna, and then do them, where they had female lead singers, and of course I might just throw that into that whole thing as a whole. But I realize OTEP ain't a full female band, but
and OTEP ain't like OTEP is the singer. Period.
yeah,
There's the name of the band too. So,
and then throw that in, and have all that going down because, yeah. So let me know what you guys think about that because I do want to, I'm kind of eager to do a podcast about Kitty. And So let me know what you guys think about that, and we'll maybe start doing. We'll test it out with Kitty in November or something, depending on what you guys think about it. What do you think about it?
That's fine with me, man. Whatever you want to do. But always is Guns N' Roses still winning on the top poll?
Because I mean, I remember getting into start listening to Kitty and thinking, "Wow, this band kicks ass." So
Like that, before we do that, are we still doing that poll with Guns N' Roses? Like, are they still winning?
I haven't really looked in a while because Guns N' Roses dominated so long. I was like, yeah, um, don't own. Damn, dude, you got to learn to text.
Man, say I'm not on.
I know, but it's not.
I was trying to do it fast.
But yeah, I was gonna just basically say that Guns N' Roses won since they was in the lead for so long that it's like whatever. But how far back did I do the Guns N' Roses thing, man? Dang.
We start doing it before October started when we start.
Oh yeah.
We talked before Slipknot. What was it?
Oh yeah, Guns N' Roses still is winning.
Is it?
Yeah, they're winning by 5. So I was just gonna say that the first band of November is gonna definitely. I'm gonna go ahead and announce it. Guns N' Roses is gonna be the first band of November, just because they've been in the lead for so long and it hasn't changed at all in months. So screw it. Guns N' Roses wins.
Yeah. So what? Are we going to just talk about Guns N' Roses, or are we going to talk about how they break up and talk about Slash too?
Well, since Guns N' Roses has officially lasted longer than the original lineup, we're gonna talk about it all, I guess.
And they did get back together this summer, I heard.
Yeah, but Axel bought the rights to Guns N' Roses from Slash and what the heck was the other dude's name? Slash and he bought the name Guns N' Roses from Slash and that other dude that I forgot his name, and it might have been Duff, but
Easy? No.
So he officially owns the Guns N' Roses title now. So he can do whatever the hell he wants with a band, I guess.
Yeah. We get to that next week not next week, but 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, we still got to talk about ICP.
Yeah, ICP, man. And it's funny, most of them had chords with ICP.
True.
Some of the bands we talk about tour with ICP. It's amazing. I think ICP is like rap and metal to me too, to be honest with you. But they don't scream or nothing, it's rapping, but there's a lot of metal people like me, and you like them.
I know Damien likes them because he got a ICP tattoo.
Yeah, they too.
Yeah, I read something on Facebook about ICP, and I don't know if it's true or not about how they was told that the clown thing was going to make it, and they proved them wrong, and then they have donated to so many charities and stuff over the years, And I'm reading all this shit and I was like, man, that's fucking awesome. So
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about them next week, man. And Mushroom Head, I mean, today Mushroom Head, they're fucking badass. You know, tell me what was your favorite song?
I thought I told you
Oh,
Solitary
yeah, you did. You said the one that keeps going off and on and off and on. Okay, yeah, I remember now.
and Solitary Unraveling or whatever it was. And I
Yeah,
even got show off my records.
I
Let me
want
get
to hear Kiwi again. Yeah, I love that song.
what song's that?
Kiwi by Mushroom Head. I can't say it. I spelled it out for you. Qwerty.
Oh yeah, the Corti or whatever it was.
Yeah, without no you.
Corti. Yeah, I like that song too.
It's a badass song, dude. I mean, like,
They have a lot of badass songs. It's just
I think, Mushroom Head. Wait, Flint Knot, Mushroom Head, ICP, Guar, and ICP did four together.
that is kind of an interesting mix up. Can you imagine putting that on a mix CD to mess with somebody? You start out with some ICP and it's like you start playing the song Clowning, and then you go to something like Solitary Unraveling from Mushroom Head, and then you do The Devil and I from Slipknot, and people are like, what in the fuck is this?
And then you get to ICP and you're like, fuck you, fuck the world, you know?
That was the last song I actually heard from ICP this morning was Clowning, I think is the name of the song. But
Yeah.
that is a good fucking song.
ICP got a lot of good songs.
Yeah, I wish I had more than just the Joker cards.
See, we talk about that next week. ICP.
And in case you don't know what ICP stands for, it's Insane Clown Posse. Yeah, I love that song, freaking Clowning. But they've been around for freaking ever, though, dude. Or at least it feels like they've been around forever.
They have. Over like 20 years, almost 25 years they've been together, I think.
Well, 1985, so yeah. It's been quite a long while. I remember that I started getting into ICP around, and I know we're going to talk about it next week, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Let me look up their albums here. Hang on. Damn it, where is it? I got into ICP, I think, around the Great Malenko. The amazing, the Great Malenko.
And a lot of people say that people got into that ICP with that album. They are what they call them
Juggalo?
Not true fans.
Oh, Juggalos? Yeah, not true Juggalos.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, dude. I don't know how I missed their earlier stuff. I think, and I was just in FYE. Can you believe it? And I saw that album. I'm like, hey, what is this? This looks cool. And then I started getting, the other ones, the Rafa Shangri-La, blah blah blah. And then I was talking to a dude at FYE because I eventually found their earlier CDs, their first 3 CDs that came out before the Great Malenko. And he was like, man,
that is the third one.
And he's like, man, you probably won't like their earlier stuff if you've listened to their new stuff. I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, their earlier stuff wasn't that great. And I was like,
Bullshit. The new shit ain't that great.
oh, it's in the
I like
refrigerator
it.
right there.
I like the new stuff ain't as good as the old stuff. Me.
Well, I haven't heard the Marvelous Missing Link or Mr. Death Bop or Bang Pow Bang Boom. I haven't really listened to anything after Hell's Pit, I think. Kind of think of it. Oh, they're working on a second Joker's card. Okay, so they had the first deck, which was 92 to 94. Now they're working on the second one. Oh, heck.
I don't know that card. I don't know that.
Yeah, it's the same Joker cards as Bang Pow Boom, Sideshow, the Mighty Death Pop, House of Wax, the Marvelous Missing Link 1 and 2, I guess. And the last one was released July of 2015.
Didn't know that, but because the Joker cards supposed to be the last of the Joker cards because we get to that next week because I mean.
Well, let me go back to that thing where they say that they're not real juggalos because they got into ICP around the Great Milenko or whatever. I mean, okay. So you have to, if a band's been established for as long as like ICP, Mushroom Head, I mean, they could easily say that I'm not a true Mushroom Head fan because I started out with Double X and they had like 3 albums before that.
Yeah, but nobody really heard of them because they done their own record.
Right.
I mean,
you got to start somewhere with a band, and regardless of where you start, if you like the band, in my opinion, hell, you're a fan of the band, and whatever. But whatever.
yeah, but like you said, it's true about what you said. I mean, I'm a juggalo, true juggalo.
I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere, and not everybody's exposed to bands right when they're fresh and new. Like OTEP. OTEP came out, and somehow I missed their first albums or whatever. And then I found out about them, and I'm like, oh shit, this band is badass. And then I went back and got all the earlier shit. And
oh yeah.
I mean, it all depends on who you hang out with, because not everybody's going to be exposed to this albums at the same time as everybody else. And hell, half the bands that I listen to, either you, Spooky, or somehow I found out about them my own dumb self somehow and was like, hey, this is cool. And then then I got you and Spooky into liking them. So, it's like,
I've got some people liking some bands like Dope, Horn, Manson.
yeah, you definitely got Spooky into Manson. Of course, I think Spooky would have went to Manson anyway, but you pretty much introduced him to it. And then I found that Manson and the Spooky Kids at FYE that one day, and I was like, but anyway, that's all next week. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave comments down below, subscribe, and you got anything to add there? Hot Wheels?
Well, can't wait to talk about ICP. I'll tell you that much. Because I'm a juggalo. But, yeah, if you like, you like this video, like you said, just do it. Thumbs up, thumb down. I hope you like this podcast. We done something different this time. So I hope you liked it. Let us know.
Oh yeah, I gotta throw this, and I just remembered. I read this thing on Facebook, going back to ICP, where because it was actually this thing where it was showing a picture of I forget which one it was. I think it was Jay had smashed a Fago bottle so hard it got stuck in the ceiling, and then somebody in the comments was talking about how they smashed a Fago bottle and it smacked this dude in the head and knocked him down on the ground, and he got up and he's like, yeah. And somebody was like, yeah, happens every show. And I just died laughing.
Yeah, people, like one time, well, I get to that next week about me going to see them a couple times. Alright, I guess we're jumping off, man. It's time, man.
It's beyond time, and I have to go drop the kids off at the pool. So we'll see you guys next. We'll see you actually this Sunday, because we're gonna the movie thing that we did. We're supposed to have done last week, but I was so badly sick that we couldn't do it. We will do this Sunday, and I'm going to try from now on to, no matter how badly I'm sick, no matter how much of a zombie I look like, I'm going to try to do the podcast no matter what. So
when is Halloween? We got another one coming up soon. It's a Halloween.
maybe next week we'll do two to make up for. Maybe this Sunday we'll do 2 movies. I don't know, but
When is Halloween? What day?
it's on Monday.
This Monday?
Monday from next week.
What does ICP first? I'm leaving time here. I've been done today.
Oh yeah, that's some good shit. Yeah, man, this is like a motherfucker.
If I was still smoking joints right now, I'd be smoking one right now on the podcast.
I don't think we could get away with that. But anyway, let's end this on that note, and we'll see you next week. Peace out, dudes and dudettes, and rock on.
Rock on. See you.